don't deserve this to be in my picture.
Careful, careful. Thank you.
All right, call your sons, call your daughters, call your husbands, call your wives, call your mothers, call your fathers. It is time, everybody, for the 2024 United States National Snooker Championship final. Renat Danka taking on last year's champ Darren Taylor in this best-of-9 match. Amet Seth will be the man in charge at the table as the referee. The pitchers have been taken. Just getting a little of the table set up. Amit will be doing those duties. The ball's in proper position. We're here at St. Gabriel, California at the Embassy Billiards Club. It's been a long journey, 4 days long, but we've finally reached the climax. It's Christian Youngers and I'm David Burney in the booth. We're going to give you the play-by-play to see if Darren Taylor can lift the trophy again, or can Renat Danka continue his prowess here at Embassy. As a few months ago, he was the Embassy Open champion. Definitely tune into the broadcast, whether you find us on St. Gabriel, Embassy Billiards Club, Pan American Billiards and Snooker, or Ox Billiards YouTube page. Drop us a line, let us know where you're tuning in from. If you have any comments or questions, put your support out there. And this first frame will be coming up of the final momentarily. Any predictions here, Christian?
Well, I think as of right now, high-scoring favorite is probably Renat Danka on your screen here on the right side. I think Darren Taylor's got his work cut out for him after coming out of a big slog of a match there in the previous one against Shakib. So he's probably a little bit more fatigued, but I think players are both honestly ready, and this is the final. I think a lot of people have been excited to watch. It is a little bit delayed, but we have gotten started here, racking the balls.
Yeah, Darren was down 3-1 in that match. Our good friend Rob Richards at Ontario Snooker Tournaments was streaming that match. Darren was looking like he possibly could have been out, but he roared back to win 3 in a row to win it in decider and on that final black. So could be lots of ups and downs and all arounds. I have to agree with Christian. I think just maybe a slight advantage towards Renat, but I think as it comes down to, as we've said many times, a lot of these players, miss from time to time, so it's going to be what you make of the mistake. Can you punish your opponent severely? So here we go, the 2024 U.S. National Snooker Championship. Handshakes are had. The coin toss has been made. And Darren is elected to break off. Here we go, everybody. From Embassy Billiards in San Gabriel, California. Wouldn't be surprised as well to see both players come out attacking early on. We'll race to 5. There's lots of snooker to be played. So if you can attack and be profitable, you really could get ahead quite quickly.
I like this too from Renat, starting off strong with the more pressure-filled safety.
Yeah, opening it up. Black's available to 2 top corner pockets. Reds are a bit spaced, so whoever's falter on the safety exchange.
This looks like the first mistake, possibly.
Not a simple starter for Renat, but he does have a chance. Electing not to go for it, just taking his cue ball up table. Big respect there for the defending champion. Yes, will the Tom Collins Trophy be going back to Arizona, or is it going up to the land of Lincoln, to Chicago, Illinois? That's where Renat Danka's from. Still nothing elementary there for Renat. It does have this red just below the blue into the right middle. Darren might just be coming with full adrenaline coming out of that match, whereas Renat has had a long labour and might have cooled off a little bit. There's a little fluke into the middle. Darren playing a little bit more aggressive early on. Going for a few more long pots.
Yeah, he's got to realize, I think, that this is going to be a more difficult match for him in a different way than the previous one.
Renat Danka, the high break holder right now with 87, as he did that in his semifinal match. Who knows? We haven't had a century yet. Are we in store for one in this final? Both players definitely capable of pulling off of that feat. We just kind of flubbed through that one. Just wonder if there's a pathway for that red. It's by the top right corner. If the black can go just beside it on the low side.
I think the path is there. It's just about a 3/4 of a pocket or so.
We can just make a little bit bigger of a pocket with that red there. Great angle there, coming right into your living room. Fortunate part is, though, I think this black might come back up to the yellow spot.
You're definitely right.
Pink has a possibility to right middle. Blue is a saving grace as it's on its spot in the middle of the table. Kind of tried to force the issue a little bit there, and he's left an easy starter there for the defending champ. Fortunately, that red is still covering the black spot. A bit too much on that. I wanted to pull up a little bit to be on the right side of the blue. I mentioned that just with that cue ball more on the bulk side of the blue, so the natural angle can go down table to the business end where all these reds are. That angle shows us that that pink does go into that right middle.
Round ball. Set.
Smashes that ball down the line. Great shot.
Yeah, it's interesting. We see a lot of players, the top notch, have that consistent pre-shot routine. But now that I've noticed it from our last semifinal, I thought Renat's a player that just doesn't really feather, but now he is just a few short little feathers. Jeez. You could hear that all the way up in Tacoma. Just slaps the leather of the back of the pocket.
6-6. Seven.
He's got an angle on the pink to slide down for either the red near the black spot or a red close by it.
Renat, 7.
I think there's a clear path for the potting angle on this red. Just lift the pink into the top left corner. Doesn't look like he fancies it. Maybe it's not there.
It's close. Good pot.
I'd love to be a little higher, a little low on the pink, or the blue, I should say. So those three reds by the pink spot are in prime position to be potted. As you can see there, they go nicely into that top left corner. Well, this red will be naturally come off the cushion to be onto the pink into the opposite top corner pocket.
Uh-oh.
7. One.
Dangerous.
12.
Yeah, I did hit it pace to create an opportunity on his color ball. Just a subtle little drawback on this red, so he's high on the pink to pot it into the top right. He's so precise with those shots to the middle pocket. It's like we're not can just roll the red in. And there's that's a thin cut for that red, just on the top side of the middle pocket. I tried to double it, not thinly cut it. Great angle right there just to show you how large these snooker tables are and how small those pockets are.
Five.
Great shot there from Darren. Perfectly opens up the pink for the right corner next.
Just wants to roll it in to stick around. It's a little tricky going blind, but it's there. Mid-range shot here on this red, the top left corner. Looking more with a shot to nothing. So Darren a 37-15 advantage in this initial frame of the U.S. National Snooker Championship final. Could have done to run a little bit more for Renat. It's a thin cut. Don't think Darren's going to refuse it. It's thin, but not that thin. And the cannon into the green.
Wow.
Gifted Renat an opportunity. That might be what you were talking about, Christian. Maybe a little fatigued from playing a match going all the way in a semifinal. Decider, final black. Let's see how well Renat can counterattack here.
Seven.
Yeah, great shooting from here. Both players off to a quick one. Good to see.
Well, black spot is open. If he wants to take this black into the green pocket. It's true. It's nice to see when they, get in the final, the first couple of frames, just get that back arm going. There's plenty of time to clamp down and play grinding snooker.
Right.
$18.
Looks close.
18.
Played it with an element of safe. He's got the snooker there. A nice little 18 to get him back into this first frame, only trailing by 4 points, 43 on the table. Referee Seth just taking a look, just in case the cue ball needs to be respotted on the foul and a miss. The potting angle is there for this red into the left middle.
What?
I think the brown is almost maybe a bit better as you only come off one cushion. If he takes on the black, he's going to negotiate 2 cushions to come back down table. Well, he's going for the black. Just need that to run on a bit more. So a little bit thinner of a cut than he would like into the left middle. Yeah, just those
Not 8.
tough middle pockets. Valiant effort there. Tried the cost double. Fortunately, nothing's really safe. It is a tricky one going into the right bag. Middle. He's left Renat a long red into the yellow pocket. A little awkward bridging, as you can see his bridge hand over that top right corner pocket and the cushion. Looks like he does have the snooker there. Nice hit there by Renat. Great camera shot on that previous one as you saw what Renat had to deal with. See potential here for another snooker. Unsuccessful there on the snooker there. Didn't find the cue ball behind the blue or the red behind the black. So now it's starting to get a little nervy in this first frame. So many times we've seen all weekend long. Plenty of matches have gone down to the colors. Is he going to be penalized for getting that red, the cannon and the black? It's definitely a tricky blind cut here for Renat. That might be his last shot in this frame.
One.
Black pretty safe. Ball Renat does not need. Roll this yellow in, come off the cushion beyond the green to the right middle.
Setting for the same pocket there. Interesting.
Eight.
Needs brown and blue. Natural angle on this brown. Put him up for the blue. So it's definitely there for the Embassy Open champion. Always done well to give him a little angle. Come down for this pink. That should do it there. So Renat Danka takes that first frame by a scoreline of 64-37.
We got a
It's going
match.
to be a bit more swifter, that's for sure. Let's see
Yeah,
how
so-
Darren can respond to that. I think Renat actually has only lost one frame in this entire tournament, and that was in the semifinals to his opponent. So great to see a good crowd here at Embassy Billiards. They're all on the edge of their seats. Excited to see who is going to be the master of America. Our scorekeeper, Jay Hawker, coming in to set up the Reds. It looks like our referee might have just had a quick house call. We're all amateurs here. We do it for the love of the game. Still think we're going to see a little bit more aggressive shot taking in the second frame. I won't be surprised if they really kind of go for it. Well, if Taryn was to be going down 3-0, maybe with one frame to go before the mid-session interval.
Oh, of course.
So, referee Amit Seth is the marketing director for PAPSA, so he just completely gapped he's really enjoying that he's doing his refereeing duties, but he's also got duties as the social media chair with PAPSA. Just advertise this event online. A great shot there previously of the silverware. Someone's going to be walking home with the Tom Collins trophy on the left. It's first, second, and then high break. Right now, Renat Danka has that with 87. Owner-operator of Embassy Billiards, Stephen Wong, was feeling he was doing all right with a 67. It just goes to show you how tough these tables are. I haven't had a century yet, but this final is early on. Both players definitely have the ability to knock in a ton. Actually, my apologies. I think Renat actually lost 2 frames to Tom Limor in the semi-final. Feel free to give us a shout out in the chat. Any comments or question, any support for either player. Let's hear it to the stream. Let us know where you're tuning in from. There's a few friends from the Arizona Army in the room. Arizona, neighboring state here to California. That's where Darren resides. Just trying to look around the room to see if I can see SN9 Ol Santana, a childhood friend of Renat Danka. They knew each other way back in Iraq, kind of went separate ways. Both migrated to America and found each other again on the snooker table.
That's pretty awesome. Trying to get on the blue there into the left center. Might have to opt for yellow. No, he's cutting the blue. He's got it there, but his cue ball, does it get a look? It does.
Yeah, lots of open reds here.
6.
Love to get the pink back on its spot.
Floating awfully close to that other red. I think it's just enough space there to pot the blue.
Hmm. Hmm.
12.
Appreciative that Emmett Smith is stepping up to refereeing, but just wanted to be sure on what color ball Renat was going for. Thought it was pretty obvious that Renat was going for that blue, but always good to double check just in case.
Right.
Don't want to have an incident that happened to the great Cliff Thorburn.
19.
Was playing a match with Alex Hurricane Higgins. Definitely they had a huge rivalry, the two of them. Definitely didn't get on or off the table. Cliff was in a close situation there, and he nominated a green loud enough that even the audience members, I think, could hear. And the referee didn't hear it, called it a foul. Alex as well didn't know what Cliff had called.
26.
The Canadian was a little bit annoyed. He took a step away from the table, came back, and at this time Cliff had brought an extension over from Canada, and he had it in his corner. And he just mentioned to Alex, you see this extension? It is mine, and you cannot use it. Hey, Nabel, tuning in from Mississauga, Ontario, neighboring city to my old hometown, Oakville, Ontario, Canada.
33.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying this final.
Oof. That one just barely gets into the pocket, rattling multiple times.
Yeah, Renat can't believe it. Just take a little extra breather.
Doesn't have to cannon anything here if he doesn't want to, but he might. Just to hold for one of the reds. Above the pink, maybe? It's a little tricky. It's a lot of balls to go in between if he chooses to avoid cannoning anything. Full into the pink, and it's going to have a shot. Don't think pink and black are tied up. Nope, they definitely go.
It's blue for the half century in building.
53. $59.
Coming around the table, see where he needs to put the cue ball. Maybe he's just going to come up for the blue after this red. Thought he might take the other red on the left side.
60.
Float down a little bit to that red that I was just talking about.
Two cushions into the red above. Right next to the blue spot. Looks perfect.
Beautiful, pretty as a picture.
65.
This red is his frame ball.
66.
Not Dunka looking promising to take a 2-0 advantage in this U.S. National Snooker Championship final.
$71.
So getting a little mindful of the green. Shouldn't be a hindrance to him at all. Just want to be aware of it.
72. Pink ball.
Like a little flick on that. Yeah, I got a flick on that yellow. Great shot. Puts him in a nice position for this red to continue the break.
Really, these last two reds after this one down, not the worst to play for still, so century might still be on.
I think Darren definitely knows he's out of the frame right now, so he's going to switch his hat now to cheerleader. He wants to see a nice big break by his opponent. Knows that he can't win the frame, so giving all the support to his opponent to let's see if he can put in the first century of this 2024 edition of the United States National Snooker Championship.
Two cushions nicely on the red. Gonna be back cutting it a bit, but not too bad.
81.
It's kind of high blue. Might have to be what he plays for and just go forward and miss cannoning the pink.
Big shot to have a shot at the century.
Looks like it's in. Is he gonna drop in behind it? Kind of in no man's land.
Yeah. It's got a pot on, but yeah, as Christian you alluded to. As the Brits like to say, he's betwixt and between. The shot right here.
Right middle pocket. Watch out. It's close. He's got it.
88.
He's high on the black and come off the top cushion. Come up for the yellow. potential of a 1-2-2 here.
95.
Knocks it in. Oh, Ken in the black. He's got to look.
97.
It's got the green, but it's a long one.
Come on, Renat, let's see it.
This green to nail the ton right on the nose. This place will erupt if it goes in. Oh, he just didn't get it.
Renat, 97.
Tough break for Renat, but a great 97 clearance to take that second frame. Well, and then look at that. Good little fist pump there by his opponent. Really appreciative of him there. So, Renat's increasing his lead to 2-0.
Pretty good.
We've got some good stuff going on here. Just while referee Matt Seth sets up frame 2, just a little housekeeping announcements. Mink Nutcherot, great Thai player. She's going to be coming here to Embassy Billiards around Christmas time. So get in touch with Stephen Wong here at Embassy to definitely get your ticket to see this great Thai player. And then she'll be traveling northbound, going into Canada at Master Q Billiards. Carter Wegal, Carter, the national Canadian champion, will be hosting Mink for the Magic Tour. Lots of fun there. And as well, when we're speaking of Canada, Sahil Nair won the Pan Am Championships just a few weeks ago. He's now on his way to playing on the Pro Tour in 2025. And his friends in Ontario have started a little GoFundMe page. Obviously, it's tough to transport yourself from North America all the way over across the Atlantic to Britain to play on the Pro Tour. So any financial help that Sahil can take would be fantastic. We just see a little blurb there. Let's go back to what the prize money that they're playing for. Obviously, the winner gets the trophy and 7,000 big US dollars. The runner-up, not a bad weekend as well with 3,000. So lots of great stuff going on here as well. Check out snookerusa.com. That's where you can find out news of what's going on in the US of A regarding this great sport. So we're just coming to a close of a 10-city tour stop. It was great to see. Lots of great things going on in America. As well, the Pan American Billiards and Snooker Association Open and Seniors Championship will be held in Northern California. That great event was just recently held, as I mentioned about Sahil Nair winning that one. He won the Open Championship, that gets the tour card, and Fabiano from Brazil won the seniors side, and that will get him going to the Crucible Theater this spring to play in the World Seniors Snooker Championship. So there's lots of great opportunities now in North America and South America, as Brazil is part of PAPSA. We were there a couple of years ago for the Pan American Championships. Well, only just a few years ago, if you wanted to be a professional snooker player, you'd have to go all the way over to England on your own dime and play in a tournament with no prize money and try and qualify there. So Darren Taylor going to battle back. He's down by 2. He's definitely not out of it. He battled on in that semifinal match. He was down 3-1, so he knows when he's behind he can really turn it on, but it's gifted Renata. Easy red to start up. And the bear has definitely woken up from hibernation. He's ready to attack. There's a good shot at the ex-champ.
1.
He knows his opportunity will come. Son of the great David Taylor. It's really nice having Darren in the booth, providing some insight. Hopefully next time maybe we can hear some of his stories of when the Canadians came over. David Taylor, his father, and Cliff Thorburn were good mates. So it's a good regrowth in Canada and a good growth here in America for snooker.
4. I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, Renat just ran into a tough opponent in that Pan Am, Floyd Ziegler. Very strong Canadian player. Been in the game for many, many years. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Renat Danka could possibly next year nab that 2-year card. He definitely was a favorite going into the tournament in Montreal. He definitely was one of the favorites here, as he recently won the Embassy Open back in late August, early September of this year. Won it on this very table over Albert Kenny from Canada.
Yeah, this is the final.
19.
Best of 9, longest race in the tournament.
Renat, 19.
Well, I think as the standard begins to grow, we'll definitely be having longer frame matches, because it's always a race against time. But 9 frames, pretty much the max for a 1 session of snooker. At the conclusion of the 4th frame, we will have the mid-session interval. Darren would love to tie it up 2-2 in this little mini session.
Oof. Went for that gap between brown and yellow. So far, demeanors at the table, Renat's all over this match. He's getting to have his way with it. You can see his rhythm pretty quick around the table now, especially with that last big break.
Boa tarde. Our friends at CBBS are tuning in. Hello, all of you down in Brazil. Tudo bem? My Portuguese is minimal, but always having great fun. Christian, you've got to meet our friends from Brazil. They're a dynamite group.
Yeah, I bet.
Full of energy and laughter. Do have an active chat going, but you know, remember to keep it clean. We're here to enjoy the snooker. Put the politics aside. Let's see some support for both of these players.
Smart shot from Darren, just trying to slow down Renat a bit. That red up near the yellow spot. Gonna make things a little bit trickier for playing safety, as well as the red to the right green pocket. It's got him tight to the cushion.
It'd be a dream situation if Renat could take a 4-0 advantage into the mid-session interval. Probably wouldn't want that interval. Want to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew, that's a great idea. And where our baby steps. You know, it takes a real great team behind the camera. Christian Youngers has been doing phenomenal work all weekend long. We just need some more people there. So if you want to volunteer, come down, be our statistician. We'd welcome you with open arms.
Is he looking at something here into the middle? No. Maybe take it on if he wants. It's a bit of a two-way shot. Especially if it's missed on the near jaw. He's knocked it in.
Beautiful shot. Now he's got to do it again on the black.
It's going to roll up actually pretty smart. Tactical side of the game.
I think his heart was in his throat there. It almost didn't reach the black. Because when they don't reach it, they submit the foul and also potentially free ball takes place. So I'm not sure who's turning in from CBBS, but give my best to Chefe, big boss man, great ambassador. That's a nice red to get Darren off and running.
Six.
Does it look like this passes the blue, maybe? Yeah, I think that's what he was trying. Knew he was only going to leave a long pot, maybe for green pocket or the plant at distance.
Well, Matthew, do let us know where you're tuning in. He says it's a bit too far away. This United States Championship has been at Embassy the past 2 years, but they do like to travel around to red, white, and blue. So if you are in America, maybe we could be coming to your hometown soon. So 20-6 advantage for Nat in this third frame, already leading 2 frames to 0 in the match. It's a best of 9 in this 2024 United States National Snooker Championship. That's gonna run.
Foul and a miss. Renat 4.
A lot of reds on. It's going to be natural to open these up. So what is he going to try here? High ball. Hold for the black.
1.
Needed it to move a little bit more.
Yeah, it was just a little tough on that angle. If it was a thinner like cannon into them, I could definitely see him being on that black a lot easier. So
knock 1.
Yeah, it's not a routine safety, obviously, with all the reds up in the bulk end. I might have just been forced to take it in that pot, and maybe just concentration on Darren is just slipping just a little bit of turnaround for him after a semifinal. Matt definitely was able to take it easy. Definitely tough for Darren as he was playing Shakib, who's known as maybe not the swiftest of players on the tour. Sometimes when you got a slower moving player, can really do a number on the brain box. Always something they're looking at the pro scene, and we're looking at it over here. Actually, time wasting, Christian, is an infraction and can have a severe penalty of loss of frame.
Yeah. You don't often see it enforced, as it's not quite common. Obviously, there's a kind of a gray area between, trying your best and trying your hardest and intentionally wasting time.
It is definitely a big judgment call by the referee. And obviously, they're not going to come out of the gate and award the frame for slow play. I think there would be a warning first. Hola, Philippe. I believe Philippe is one of the great members down there in Brazil. Got a chance to meet him a couple of years ago. Boa tarde, tudo bem?
That's the tendency on that shot. Aim it thick. It's almost a blind pocket from that angle. Good to see folks from Brazil tuning in. Share the stream out. This is the U.S. Nationals final. Great strike of the cue ball there from Darren. Getting a nice angle on the brown.
Cue ball does go, from our vantage point, we can see the cue ball will look past that red for the brown.
pot. Taking advantage of this black over the right corner. Somebody asking where's Darren from. Hails from originally from the UK, but lives in sunny Arizona nowadays.
Yeah, the son of the Silver Fox, the great David Taylor.
Ooh, he's trying to cannon these reds. This has gone in off.
Foul. 7 to run up, 4 to guard.
That hurts.
Can't believe this went in off all the way up table. The full diagonal, look at it again. Just trying to get up table. You never think you'd ever go in straight to the pocket. He's trying to cannon to those balls and he looks at it and sees, oh no, I can't believe that's gone in.
How many times do we see it when the white ball goes in the pocket, it goes straight in? It never uses any of the jaws, never flirts with disaster.
Right.
W, thanks for the kind words. We appreciate being in the booth and entertaining all you people with our little anecdotes, but I'm pretty sure you're more excited to see these phenomenal players. Just going back to David Taylor, Darren shared a nice humorous story with us at the Embassy Open. His father actually was doing some commentating, and his father talked very high and squeaky and actually was not invited back to do commentary work.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he was saying. He's a master at replicating the sound and the accent of the voice, but yeah, very nasally and very high pitched. You never expect it, seeing a guy of his stature as well.
Yeah, when you talk to Darren, he's got a very booming, deep, thick, strong English accent voice.
Mm-hmm.
We call him the Terminator, as he shows no emotion when he's at the table, but always up for a good laugh, as most of the players are.
Cross double attempt. As long as the yellow has got him covered,
Run up 5.
that doubled red is the only one he can really leave.
32 in it and 59 on the table, and Reds are not in great position for Darren. Really to score heavily. There's 2 reds up into the bulk area.
He's going to reverse double this into the middle pocket. It's going to be short.
So close. But he kept his head down with those doubles, obviously. I find a good little trick is just to listen for that pocket to go down. So often not a lot of players hit the double, and when it's going back they want to turn their head to see if it goes in. And any head movement will make a pot not drop.
Oh, wow, what a shot. This is going to follow in the pocket. He just shot that into the left half of the pocket there, and that's the only reason his cue ball ended up going forward. He had a tiniest bit of angle. He's not choosing to take on this plant as it doesn't lay very nicely.
Saving grace for or not, that red's not coming back on the table. So that's 8 points and maximum gone.
Oh, maybe he does. Flirting that plant. Somehow it wasn't so nicely on it. It almost did drop there, the fluke accident. This red's going to be the one.
Mm-hmm. W, please identify yourself as you played last year at this great tournament. Unless you want to stay anonymous, but we're happy that you tuned in.
1.
He's gotten pretty high on these colors, so he might have to just take the red that's up in bulk first. Don't know. There's enough angle with that red along the bulk cushion, also gonna make things a little bit more difficult. You can take brown. It's gonna get awfully close to the left center pocket to play for the red down by the black, so I think just roll this green in. Or stun it in.
Little frustration. He's got a little too into it. Wanted that cue ball to pull up a bit.
Stephen Chen. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, we're missing Sargon and we're missing you, Stephen.
We're not full.
But, you know, life can get in the way sometimes. We're happy that you're tuning in. And hopefully we'll see you next year at the 2025 U.S. Snooker Championship. Not exactly sure when or where that's going to be just yet. But always take a look at snookerusa.com to find out updating information on this great game in the US of A.
There, felt maybe he was forced to take that bot attempt. Just left a very thin cut on this red. Kind of a shot to nothing. It's going to be safe if he overcuts it, but I think a safety is probably the better choice in behind the black. Oh, cannon into the black. Unintentionally, almost makes it.
Blue's rather safe on that right cushion. It's a ball that Darren definitely needs if he wants to steal this third frame. Samuel Lee's liking the feed. Much appreciated, Sam. Sam definitely helps out me a lot with all snooker things happening up in the Vancouver area, back in Canada. Since we have Sam there, he's actually a very hilarious gentleman, stand-up comedian. So if you're in the Vancouver area, he's recording an album on the 4th of December. Get those tickets. Funny stuff.
It's going to be the next. It's going to be a big shot that never. Whoever makes the next red here with the black ripe over the pocket.
Yeah, the more messy this frame gets, the more the advantage goes towards Renat.
Alright, now both reds getting pushed down close to this left corner pocket. I think we're going to start seeing some thin snick off safeties. Start to motivate maybe a mistake from one of the players to knock the black in.
I'm just taking a look. Is it too dangerous to take that red? You know, if you hit it off the cushion, off the black and in, a little ping pong shot.
I think there is a gap. I think you're right. He went for it.
Yeah, being up 2 frames, not the worst decision he's made. But obviously if he was trailing 2 frames, I think he would heavily refuse it. That's might have given Darren a chance. If he can squeak this red in there. Great little camera view there to see what he's up against.
Just ran a bit too much into the black too early, I think. Needed to get it deeper into that gap between the black and the cushion. I think the shot was definitely easier than the one that Renat took on. Shooting one of these reds to the left center pocket. It's that blind cut, classic shot we see all the time. And there it is.
Beautifully done. This brown is just frame ball. It's got a good angle to come back down for that red. It didn't go. Believe that. Sam is asking how many in the room if you're alluding to tables here at Embassy Billiards in San Gabriel, California, just outside of LA. The main room has 8 snooker tables. I think about 6 pool tables and another 6 Chinese 8-ball tables, and then there's a private room with 1 snooker table. Little view at referee Ahmed Smith. Sit there looking, making sure that no part of the wardrobe of Darren Taylor touches that blue.
7.
So 26 points in it, and there's 27 on the table. See, I don't think he's going to be running it right here, but Darren Taylor's able to take all these colors. He'll just steal this frame by a point as it stands right now.
Darren, 7.
Pretty close. It's a good try.
Essentially here for a cross double. Bring his cue ball back up to the bulk end. Wonderful shot.
2.
Should be able to get the green and brown. Blue is just a little bit of trickiness. But a lot of real estate obviously with the black up at near the bulk line, so big blue here. Gonna try and screw back for the pink after.
Darren, 9.
He's making this third frame interesting. He's not going quietly. He's putting up a fight. So we might have a little safety exchange here. I think get past that pink for the potting angle on the blue. Oh, it was there. Great long pot. Where's his cue ball headed?
5.
It's another really great long pot here on this pink. Come up a couple cushions to be on the black. I'm just gonna play safe, but yeah, let's take a look at that blue again. I didn't think the pass was there, but it was, and just nice in the pocket. See if Renat can retort with a nice long pink to take this third frame. Definitely is there. Definitely gave it a chance. This is a tough pot to take on. Just awkward bridging, as you can see there. His hands on the cushion, not flat on the bed of the table. He's giving Renat a decent chance. Mid to long range pot here. Not a lot of distance to cover for a cue ball to object ball. Hitting it that hard definitely gives the pocket a lot of ideas to refuse it. He didn't want to baby it in because we're not at the snooker's required stage. Darren just needs pink and black to steal the frame by a point. And Renat just needs the pink to increase his lead to 3 frames to nothing.
Watch out, cue ball.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ouch.
Renat, 6.
We're in the snooker's required stage, and that pink is right over the top right corner. Can just kind of, doesn't have to hit it with a lot of pace, can gently hit it there. So giving the pocket all the chance to accept the pink.
Oh no. Maybe I felt like he kind of gave up on that stroke a bit. I'm not sure.
Interesting talking to Darren yesterday. I asked him that we saw one time where he was in a position where he was ahead of his opponent, and his opponent needed snookers. And I asked him, there was one pink that he really rifled in, and then a shorter shot he just kind of babied that pink. And he was telling me that there is some rules on this table, so concession there. So Renat takes this frame. extends his lead to 3 frames to nothing. So hopefully Darren can at least get 1 frame on the board before the mid-session interval. But we'll step aside and be right back with the 4th frame. And we're back in this 2024 U.S. National Snooker Champion with frame 4, Renat Denka, with a commanding 3-0 lead, breaking off. Matthew just use a scoring software called Cloud Snooker, and that's how the live scores are calculated on the stream. So when the players sign up for Cloud Snooker, they pay their membership, they put their name and whatever name they would like to put up there. That's what they're represented by. I know in America we like to use all the names of assassins. John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald, but Darren Mark Taylor is definitely an assassin with the Q. He's given an opportunity to Renat. A wry smile from the British-born Arizona citizen. I think he's straight on the blue here. Yeah, that's looking pretty straight. So, electing for the open pink. And once again, Renat is in first.
Renat, please. 7. Eight.
It's got a good angle to come off the cushion. Beyond that red, the bottom of the bunch, as you can see, it goes into the same pocket where this black is going.
50. 60.
It's got a great angle. Take this black into the top right, stun up and just shake the cherry tree and burst these reds all over the place.
It's looking decent, but
Just a little unfortunate, yeah.
23.
a little bit thick on the first red on the contact, I think.
But he could have a red into the right middle, going past the pink, that little gap.
Wow, dynamite shot.
24.
It's Renat off to the races. He's in rhythm,
Yeah.
playing smooth.
It's just confidence. Once they start dropping a lot, you just feel like you're indestructible. Pink will go into the top left.
It's almost like he can't miss right now.
I think some years ago at the 2017 Richler Cup in Burlington, Ontario, at Shooterville, Renat was in the final against John Evereckian. I think in his first frame, his potting percentage was 100%. He didn't miss,
Dang.
but that was only one frame. Unfortunately, he didn't come out victorious to win the title, and John Evereckian took it.
Just looking at this plant, Renat. 2 reds. We're going to know if it drops. No.
35.
Felt to me maybe a bit rushed there. Didn't have the pink into the left center. With this red over the pocket though, Darren's going to be in a couple of pressure situations here. These next couple of pots, red and color. Going to be important not to let Renat back in. It's going to open up the reds. Is there a window now? I think there is.
There is a gap, as you can see right there.
It's awfully close though. I actually don't know if he can cut it. He needs to cut the red perfectly into the center. This gap I don't think is making the red potable.
Maybe a little bit of side would have helped him, but he does have this red into the yellow.
And when you're potting like he is right now,
Nothing seems missable.
got a nice high blue here.
Stunning little camera angle right there.
Six.
Once again though, gonna be snookered on this red over the pocket. And it's not a red that you can just plant another red onto, since it's got to be cut perfectly into the hole. He's looking at this line. Maybe he shoots the red. Yeah, so the first angle was to shoot the first red past the one over the pocket, and the second one is to actually plant it into the pocket. So he's taking the second option. It was always going to be close.
unfortunately cannoned into that red on the left side. As he was hoping it could at least be a little bit more of a safer shot if he was to miss, as he has done.
And zipping that with some left-hand side. Wants to get high on the blue. It's going to be short of pace there. We're going to see this blue hopefully center pocket and rifling in and out of bulk. He's got a few reds on the left side of the table to play shape for. It's a bit to the right half of the pocket there, but nice line to get on the
6.
open red.
Seven.
Tricky black here, since he does have to put a decent amount of pace on this ball to get the cue ball out into space. Could also just choose to roll it in and lay up for something else, but he knows pressure is on. He's got to make the most out of his opportunities against a player like Renat.
14.
Probably end of break here. Can he possibly pot this and go in between the other two reds, though? He did try it. I think had he potted it, it would have been thin enough to miss the cannon.
And he's left a choice of mid-range pots for Renat. He's been potting these in his sleep.
Actually needed a bit more pace on that to come out for the second cushion. Can still roll this black in and play up to the center of the table for the loose red. To the right of the pink spot, but it's a tricky pot.
Yeah, being close to that cushion. Might just elect for pink.
He's got coverage on this red to the right center. Fortunate there. So that's the red he was playing for. Darren Taylor gonna have to play safe, possibly with the red up in the bulk end, so that he doesn't have to worry about leaving it on. Just gonna pop out, I think, and leave a shot. Pretty straightforward, I think. Roll this in. Probably gonna have pink or black. Only mistake would be to double yourself up on them. For that reason, he chose to stun it in instead off one cushion, and he's nice on the black here.
Yeah, can draw back for that red into the left middle. Yeah, stun draw, maybe that red. Oh, no, that pink is blocking that path.
It's got a tiny bit of angle to come towards the pink here. You can also just screw back for the black again. But I'd like to get the pink spotted, as it provides a chance to break open these reds on a future pot. Or at least positionally makes it easier to get onto them. And come around two cushions. Play for the pink, excuse me, the red. The right of the bunch in the same pocket. He's falling a bit short of pace. I don't know if he wanted to cannon into these reds. Might have to just float off of them and play for pink next.
Yeah, we're taking this red that you're alluding to, Christian. It's going to open up that other red, but he's done all right to develop them. Obviously, unfortunately, that red has gone into a position to fuse the pink, but he has the blue.
Nice angle, too. Excuse me, he's dead straight.
Just needs this red close to the top left corner to put us in the
21.
snooker's acquired stage. So the difference is 49, and there's 51 on the table. Oh, Darren's going to have to give him a huge pep talk when we get into the mid-session interval. Stranger things have happened on a snooker table. As the great Yogi Berra said, it ain't over till it's over. Definitely the way Renata's playing, it's going to take a huge effort by Darren. He'll fight till the end.
29.
It's not that Darren has really missed a lot. It's just when Renat's come to the table, he's been just potting with great fluency, building up high breaks. And when he does run out of position, he just puts his opponent in a troubled spot.
Reverse double attempt. Just a bit short. Is that going to be
And
under
that's a
frame?
concession there. I just see Darren out there. So we'll step aside for about 10 minutes at the mid-session interval. So a good time to get a cool drink. Can Renat take it by a whitewash? Obviously, he wants the match to continue to go. But let's see if Darren can give a little pep talk to himself and come back fighting when frame 5 commences in about 10 minutes' time. Take care, everybody. Okay, actually, the players have waved off the interval. They want to keep going. They're not too tired. But when we're up against it, I know Darren doesn't want to hear me say this, but when we're getting close to the finish of our broadcast, I'd like to shout out some thank yous. So thank you to Ajaya Pradhakar and the entire USSA team for putting together such a great tournament, as well as Ahmet Seth, who's refereeing this final. He's done a great job, and he's helped the tournament move along quite swiftly. A good right-hand man to Ajaya. Stephen Wong and the entire team here at Embassy Billiards in St. Gabriel made us really feel at home. Also, our other referees, Ajay Pradhakar and Ray Fung, who did the semifinals. Great to see them step up and help the fluidity of the matches go. Darren Taylor, Andy McCluskey, Mark Wilson for coming into the commentator booth, providing some great insights, some humorous anecdotes. We appreciate you stopping by. I'd be nowhere without Christian Youngers, that's for sure. This guy is dynamite, putting up some beautiful pictures, wizard with the cameras, making me sound clever and intelligent all the way along. Couldn't have done it without you, Christian. Thank you so much. As well as Rob Richards, all the way back up there in Ontario, Canada. He's been streaming on the Ontario Snooker Tournaments YouTube page under the OBSA. Strong work, Rob. We really appreciate you doing all that you do up there. Personal thanks to RB and KB. Also our sponsors, Tasty Joyce, always has kept everyone well fed as they're just across the parking lot here at Embassy Billiards. USSA, Embassy, Ox Promotions, just helping everything move along. All the players, all 60 of you that came and competed in this tournament, we thank you. It's a far distances travel. It's not just a short 2-hour drive down the road. Some players are flying all across this great country of the United States of America. We appreciate you, and some that didn't make it, unfortunately, of weather conditions. Hopefully you're doing all right, and we'll see you next year. Definitely a personal. Francis, we miss you. Hopefully I think everything's safe up there and the cats are okay. And all the viewership, all you people that have tuned in all weekend long, 4 days of great snooker action here at the 2024 United States National Snooker Championship at Embassy Billiards in San Gabriel. We really appreciate it. And those YouTube pages of San Gabriel Embassy Billiards Club, the Pan American Billiards and Snooker Association, Ox Billiards, YouTube pages where we've been able to put the stream. And if you want to stay informed, check out snookerusa.com. That's a great resource where you'll find all that's going on with this great game in this wonderful country. Definitely drop them a line if you want to get involved in a tournament, whether being a player, a referee, commentator, a scorekeeper, streaming producer, maybe a camera person, audio tech. We need a lot of people to continue to grow this community. So hopefully Darren Taylor can prolong this. But when we're getting close, I'd like to give my thank you reel. So thanks again as well, everybody. Hopefully we're here for a little bit longer in Darren's case, but hopefully Renat would like to get it done and dusted and had another trophy win at this Embassy Billiards Club.
Thank you, David Burney, for all the hard work, all the long hours here in the booth. You definitely put in quite the shift, especially yesterday late into the evening as we had a lot of quarterfinal matches going. But yeah, always a pleasure having you in the booth. The voice of North American snooker lives on and continues on another one. So liking how things are rolling, and hopefully we can continue to bring you some more action in future events. Appreciate it, Dave.
Thank you very much, Christian. It's been lots of fun. Those kind words are easily going to get your tab picked up tonight.
We've got ramen scheduled, huh? Is that right?
Yeah, quite interesting. Yeah, we talk about last night as we went deep into the evening. Usually it's the early stages, the round robins, where we have the long days, and that was the opposite with this tournament. Right. And how this day was shaping up, it seemed like it was going to go for quite a while, as there was a really long semifinal with Darren and Shakib. But we're not done yet. We still could have 5 more frames of snooker to be played.
Takes the blue up into the corner pocket past the green, and impressive shot, but kind of unfortunate to not get an easy straight in red here. He's got the one closest to the cue ball into the left corner pocket, but might opt to take this long pot into the yellow pocket that does lay up for brown. A little bit more safe as well. Looks close. And it's in. Great shot from Darren.
He hasn't really had the chance to kind of get into the balls. And this has now finally been a good chance for him.
Careful, red. He's just looking at this plant here. Not sure how his luck has turned out, but I think he should have a line on the red that he's lining up for here to the right corner. Needs to get a little bit of cue ball action here, though. He's fairly straight. Needs to get up for a bulk color, a high value color. He's falling short of pace there. Was really trying to get out for the blue if he could. Taking this on into the middle. Great shot. Catching the knuckle. Oof, I don't know if that helps or hurts. Oh, I think he's on this red. It's very close. He looks like he's got it. Oh, what a bump on the jaw there. actually overran the position there. Wanted to play for the black into the right center. We're going to have to see another big shot from Darren Taylor here. Come on, Darren, show us a big break.
Yeah, another blue ball to add his collection of 5 blue balls already.
Feels like the arm's getting loose now. A lot of big shots in this frame. A few long blues, a couple of long reds, and unfortunate didn't get enough out of the cue ball. This might be end of break just because of this hampered cueing he has over this blue.
Yeah, nasty piece of work.
Is he looking to take this red to the left corner? We'll know if he pots it. Playing safety. He knows none of those reds go.
Nice little 36 break. That's going to help his confidence. Maybe he's cooled Renat off a little bit, putting him in his chair for a few moments. Just taking a look to see if he's got a relatively easy red to get him going, but he's just going to run up into the bulk area.
Wants to miss the green if he can. He's at least got some distance, but shot to nothing available. The red that's out in the open, in between the bunch on the 3 on the right and the bunch of 4 on the left, or the center, I mean. Can play for blue or green here, or any bulk color really. He has undercut it.
Wow. Impressive double or plant to take on. You know, when you're up 4 frames with 5 to go, don't mind him trying to just dust the match off sooner than later.
Somebody asking, when was this table built? In the Eisenhower era? Oh, you might not be too far off.
It goes further than that. I think it might be Teddy Roosevelt.
I think Stephen did say this table's been in commission for about 30 years now. Old school Riley aristocrat.
Definitely not Grover Cleveland.
Right?
Just flexing a little bit my American history muscle.
Yeah, good contact on the pink, but almost
pace
doesn't drop.
Yeah. I thought that was going to hit the jaw and just be refused, but that slow pace give the pocket every chance to swallow it up.
Darren will not be denied in this.
Yeah, like to have some dignity. Doesn't want to get whitewashed. You know, he gets 1 on the board. That starts the wheels going, and you never know what could happen. It's certainly an uphill battle.
He's capable of matching Renat in this offensive clash. At least can give some blows. We've seen him put down some big breaks on this table, in fact, in previous national championship.
And if I'm reminded, it was the semifinal, I believe, last year. It might have been the quarterfinals as Darren was up 3-0 to Renat, actually, in their match. But then Renat stormed back to tie it at 3-3 and forced a decider. But then Darren fought off the bear and took that deciding frame. But that was last year. This is this year.
That might have been match of the tournament, that one. It was in the the round of 16, right? Only a best of 5? Or a best of 7?
I think it was a best of 7, so it might have... We'll have to look at the almanac to see what the format was. I know sometimes they...
22.
All depends on timing. As the quarters and the semis are both best of sevens. Obviously, the finals always a best of 9. Semis will always be a best of 7.
Still remember it was earlier on in the knockout stages. Yikes. No, that was... He was really just a couple of really good pots and positional shots away from really stealing the frame. Already 55 points ahead, meaning a few open reds would have surely closed this one out. Be amazing if Renat would get a steal here.
Surely you can't be serious.
You got me again, Dave. Yeah, a bit of a swerve. Ended up taking on that shot. I don't know if you could tell at the end of it there, he shot it with some left-hand side and swerved it away just ever so slightly as it approached, and ends up overcutting the ball. Dave Daly saying it was the quarterfinals. Yeah, definitely know it wasn't the semis. Just remember it was CC and Darren in the semis. As far as I remember, that tournament, Darren definitely had to take the toughest path out of every player, looking at the rankings and the seeded players. So definitely deserved, well deserved.
Got that cut. That's a good round of applause from the audience here at Embassy.
No canned laughter button, sorry.
Looks like from our vantage point, he has a little bit of an angle on the screen to come down.
It's almost perfect on this grid, I think. And really just the one along the top cushion is the real toughie, unless the black is blocking this red to the left's corner pocket. Might need to create a bit of a breakout angle. It's too straight here on the pink to achieve anything there. We'll see what he tries next. Yeah, I think he tried to, or at least enough of a stun shot just to get a look at this red to the right corner. Can he run into the black here, maybe? Or just play up for pink? Wow, what a shot. See the cue ball zip. Oh, and he does open up the black. Wow. Big, big bonus points there. Only thing now is he's got to take this pink up into the yellow pocket if he wants to get on that red he just opened up, so... Does he take the do or die shot now? It's a big pot coming up.
Yeah, so just a glance at the scoreboard. Trailing by 43 points.
Yeah, really wants to get on the loose red first. Maybe along the left cushion, but this is the shot for the match, I think, if he can get on this red to right corner. Oh. With the 4-0 advantage, I don't mind him taking that shot on. Last red, we're probably going to have to see some safeties here. There's a double to the right center, but not worth taking in my opinion, as there's plenty of traffic to run into with the cue ball up table, so probably just going to push this down the left side behind the pink and yellow.
Yeah,
Or a
it's 51
soft double.
on. I think Renat's not going to come back to the table. He'll lick his wounds, let his opponent have his first frame. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. Baby steps here. Darren Taylor gets an applause from the crowd. So we'll see if a comeback is in order. It's a tall order, but David did slay Goliath once. So
It can happen again.
see what happens when frame 6 commences in a few short moments, everyone. And welcome back to the 2024 United States National Snooker Championship. Frame 6, Renat Danka ready to break off. It's a commanding 4-1 frame lead. And this final just needs one more. Darren Taylor was able to take the 5th frame to get his first frame on the board. Let's see if he can continue the momentum, because that last frame's always the toughest to win. Renat just wants a chance to get in. He's been potting so proficiently in this final.
Oh, no.
Can't just gift him points.
Looks like he's going to take this shot on. Long pot attempt. Here we go. Yikes. Really close. It's like Robert Hayden watching from England. How's it going, Robert?
Darren got a break there. Obviously up 4-1. If this was a decider, I don't think Renat would have been taking on that long pot. Didn't really want to cannon into that. Come up a bit more on table to be on the blue, a little closer.
Both players rattling long pots here. Shots that you would have seen both going in. I'm liking this match final though. High flying action, both players pocketing like madmen, especially Darren in the last one. Renat 2 or 3 frames ago has had multiple mid-century plus breaks.
Thanks for tuning in from Singapore, William. Glad that you're enjoying the coverage over here.
Yeah, let us know how we're doing, how we're sounding. If everything looks good on you guys' end.
Just a little pacey down there. Would have liked it to pull up about 14 inches just to be onto that red. just above and to the left of the black spot.
Renat 6.
It's the shot that always is risky. Fortunate there to
And just push that red past the potting angle for that left middle.
And we're not just getting to it. I think both players realizing things have gotten a little bit late in this tournament. The longer second semifinal. Renat's got places to be.
Yeah, maybe the Blackhawks are in town and he's got tickets for the Kings game tonight.
Oh, this is a good snooker here. Especially if he has the red down the right side covered. Which looks fairly close, but I think there's an edge there.
Interesting. A couple of years ago at the Women's US Open, I was commentating on Jamie Hunter's match. Won the initial US Open on the women's side at Ox Billiards. I'm watching her defend her championship. She's playing a match and she's potting the balls fiercely, playing really quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I just made a loose comment. Well, I'm like, oh, maybe her and her partner, Freddie, are going to the Mariners game. Little enough, they were. Yeah, I'm not sure if...
Yeah, is that Bob? Is that right? I remember Bob. Jimmy Hunter and Bob?
Isn't it Freddie?
Oh, Freddie. Excuse me. It was Freddie. That's right. Excuse me. Sorry, Freddie.
Freddie, a big Seattle Kraken fan, so who knows? Maybe the Women's U.S. Open might get a date on the winter calendar. But if Freddie and Jamie are tuning in, hello to you guys. Hope you're liking the snooker action. It's great to catch up with them again in Sheffield last year. Hopefully we can do the same.
He's gotten fairly straight on this blue into the center, so we're going to see him go forward probably and come off one cushion. Try to land into the window for this red over the corner. Looks good. Really wants to get black up on its spot, as that would lead to much easier ability A to score, but also B to get breakouts into the pack from underneath. This is a decent attempt here. It's left a long blue or this risky, testy black. What do you like here, Dave?
Can I take a pass, knowing my game? But no, I think I'm liking the blue. If I had Renat's ability, I'd definitely enjoy the blue.
Just caught the jaw on the way in, but he's perfect.
I think pink is rather tied up, so... Looks like he's going to run through this to be on the blue again. He's done well to get on the right side of the blue. The natural angle on this blue is going to take him down. Beautiful angle right there to illustrate what we're talking about.
Might only have one choice here to run into the pack because I think it might be too much angle to hold for the left side. We'll see. Yeah, he caught the pink fairly full and he's got a red to the right corner. This could be
18.
his day right here.
matches in snooker come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes they're nervy, nail-biting affairs going all the way down to a decider. Sometimes even the final black, potentially. But sometimes the true favorite just shows the colors. As Renat is definitely not wanting the defending champion to be back-to-back winner. Because it looks like for the first time in a couple of years, the U.S. champion will have hair on top of his head.
Yeah, we'll see. Reds are nice and open here. I think he's got a couple of positional shots left. Really open things up, and like we said, doesn't really need the black, but it'll make things much easier. He's on the pink, but it's a little bit awkward. No reds up table. Just gotta be careful with the cueing here, just to miss contacting the red. Just looking, yeah, just have to float forward here for the red to the right of the pink next.
Yeah, that red just spoiled the fun there.
Just had a bit of a hiccup there, but
Oh, the counterattack can come from Darren.
pink looks solid. Has a nice line on a few of these reds. This left corner pocket. Just gonna take the one just to the left of the pink, probably, and stun over. For pink to right center. Nope, it's taking the one on the left. Opting to play the pink into the lower right corner next. And liking this though, both players really firing away now.
Yeah, great opportunity for Darren to get back into this frame. Pink is on its spot. Reds are open. Just needs some short, compact shots. Doesn't need to do much with that cue ball. Just needs to control it like a ball on a string.
14.
I've never noticed till now, till we've seen that camera angle, that usually a lot of snooker players run that cue right through the middle clef of their chin. If you look at Darren, it's definitely off to the right side.
Yeah, he's clearly pretty right-eye dominant, and he's right-handed, so that helps. His being same eye and hand dominant means you don't have to cross your body with the cue. Makes it a little bit easier. And yeah, kind of uses the right side of his chin, essentially, to find that line. So we're all kind of different, kind of with our alignment and what we perceive to be straight, so. There's a thin one.
Oh,
Overcuts it. Is it gonna drop?
it's not. Tried to will that in there. Thank you very much, Robert Hayden. He's enjoying our commentary work, almost feeling like it's the BBC.
Thanks. It's a good compliment.
What?
Or I guess it depends on who you ask, really.
Well, this is a fantastic chance for Renat to take the title here. I think he's going to be furious with himself if he can't take the title in this visit to the table.
It's looking good. I think it's going to be all pinks from here on out. Doesn't really even need the black. Gonna see him float forward here.
You know, with more and more great tournaments in America and Canada and throughout the Americas, North and South, this is going to be the standard that we're going to start seeing. A lot of people are going to get more inspired. Not a lot of matches get really hung up. Sometimes we get some strange ones, but the fluency of this final has just been thoroughly entertaining. These guys know when to pot and know when to run and hide. Lay a clever snooker. He's got to know about those middle pockets. That Embassy Open champion. He knows they're tight and tricky.
30 points to that pink. And it wasn't going to be enough yet for snookers required, but figure having first initiative on the safeties put Darren in a ton of pressure. And this has got to get coverage behind the green. Looks pretty good.
Yeah. Referee Ahmetseth taking a look just in case it needs to be respotted.
He's going to see a swerve shot. He's got two chances here, hit on the way in and off of the cushion on the way out.
This looks rather straight, actually.
No, this might be
It's
enough.
got a touch of angle.
Still taking this last red off the table and then... Oh no, excuse me, this is Darren.
I know, it's the black wardrobe. It throws me off, too, from time to time.
Got a straightforward snooker. I also don't mind going in to the left side behind the blue, but this is going to be a testy shot here. Needs a bounce off the cushion. I think he's left an edge. He's going to be upset with that one, I think.
Yeah, a little wry smile to himself there. Missed the trick. Just trailing by 18. 35 on the table. Or 28, I mean.
Double kiss. Uh-oh. Don't think Renat's going to like his next shot at the table here. Interesting choice on this slow rolling type safety. Thought maybe he would have considered also stunning into the green or in behind it.
Yeah, does Renat slowly roll into this red? Looks like the angle that he's taking it's going to push him by the pink.
Watch out, black here. Blue to the rescue.
Yeah, it looks like he's got the snooker. Yeah, doesn't really want to do anything with that black Renat. That's a ball of paramount importance for Darren. He needs that to get another frame on the board and prolong this final. He's able to take this frame. Renat's going to start to think about things.
Oh, great contact. It's going to be unlucky if he leaves it dead in. It's a great effort. It's the thin one into the middle, but
It's there. Crowd knows. Was this frame ball there? Well, you can add that to his resume. Renat Danka looking very promising to be this year's 2024 U.S. National Snooker Champion. Just wants to make sure of it here. So we're not seeing just a little bit of emotion from Renat. He's just so focused. It's a great effort by the defending champ, but just came across a bear that had woken from hibernation. He certainly loves it here in Southern California. Embassy Open champion. And now, 2024, United States National Snooker Champion, Renat Danka. First one to congratulate him as the last year's champion. Fantastic effort there by Renat. A 5-1 victory. He really was in control. Just been really in control all tournament long. I think only lost 3 frames. There's a Jay Upright Hawker, the head of the USSA, giving a big hug to the champ. Stephen Wong, the 2022 champ, coming out to give commiserations to the loser Darren, but obviously he's going to give a good handshake to Renat. And we're probably going to hold on to the stream a little bit, I think, as there's going to be a trophy presentation. Any final thoughts, Christian?
No, it was a quality final as we expected it would be, and great stuff from both players. Glad that Darren was able to get 1 frame on the board, and he showed us his stuff. You know, he was able to keep up with him, with Renat a little bit, but it was just in the end too much for the defending champ. So seems like it's a bit of a curse. Stephen Wong, 2022 champ, then 2023 runner-up. Darren Taylor, 23 champ, then 24 runner-up. What about next year? We'll see what happens. 2025 is wide open. I'm excited to see what happens, and yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed the production, and we only go up from here. It's only going to keep getting better, and thank you, Dave, for everything you've done so far in this last few days.
Yeah, it seems like you're alluding to the United States national curse, kind of a la the Crucible curse.
We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not sure where we'll be in 2025, but we'll find you somewhere in America. We appreciate all your viewership, everybody. So we'll let that stream going. But for David Burney and Christian Youngers in the booth, we're saying good night, everybody, from San Gabriel here in California. Good night. And keep your eye on the ball. Keep that practicing, as someday you could be a national champion. Take care, everybody.
All right, everybody, what a fantastic tournament here at NBC again for the 2024 United States Snooker National Championship. Come on, big round of applause. Thank you to all the fans. A great event, 4 days strong, 60 competitors. Snooker's looking very healthy here in America. Let's pass it over to the president of the USSA, Jay Hawker, for a few words.
Thanks everyone. I'd first like to thank the Embassy Club and Stephen. What a fantastic job there. It kind of had to fall through from another location this time, and Stephen was very gracious to host the Nationals again. And what a fantastic job, a lot of hard work, and really appreciate it, Stephen. I would also like to remember Uncle Paul. He passed away recently. He was the one who actually founded this club, like one of the original people who founded this club. And unfortunately we lost him, and like a moment of silence for him. Right, thanks. Also, I would like to thank the USSA team. I'd like to thank the referees, Raymond Fang and Ahmed Said. Thanks for refereeing.
Thank you, Jaya. Well done on refereeing.
Thank
That
you.
was a tough semifinal.
Absolutely. I'd also like to thank Dave Burney for commenting, throughout the event, and Christian for commenting. I'd like to thank Ox Productions and our digital media, along with Christian, for doing a fantastic job with streaming and getting awesome coverage of our nationals. Thank you. I'd also like to thank all the players. We had so many states represented this time. I think it must have been over 10. We started with just 3. It used to be California, New York, and Illinois, back in the day. And now I think it's well over 10 states that have been represented. So it's fantastic. Thanks to all the players who showed up and made it such a great event. It was a very good final. I know, Darren, how it feels coming up, from like a tough semifinal, like a 6-hour semifinal, and then have to come straight onto a final. I've experienced it a few times myself. It's very tough to do, and it's unfortunate that that was the situation.
No excuses
but
there. I was outplayed.
Yeah, and what a job, Ranak. Really, really good. I'd also like to thank, the semifinalists, Shakib and Tom. Well done. So, yeah.
All right, without further ado, we do have some hardware to present. So he was last year's champion, fought strong, almost was. Darren Taylor, your runner-up. Come on in, photographers.
So, Darren, just a few words from you. Like, how did you feel about the event this year?
As always, it's great. Thank you again, Stephen, for everything that you do. And we always have a great time. And snooker's all about the friendships and camaraderie that we have, which is always amazing. Make great friends, meet new people. So getting more people involved is really what it's all about. But I'm just thankful to get to a final because, but like I said, I was outplayed and outgunned by a better player on the day. So well done.
Thanks, Darren. You've been a fantastic champion, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of you in the future.
Thank you.
Look at that. The Terminator does have emotion. Fierce competitor on the table. Well, now he was very impressive. I think he only lost 3 frames in the entire tournament. That's an impressive record. Only a few months ago, he hosted the trophy in this very room for the Embassy Open. So I think he might start taking up residency here. He's also the high run. Just missed the green to get the century, but a high run of 97. Also lifting the Tommy Collins trophy. Rinat Danka, your champion. Come on down. Photographers, come on in.
Rinat, like a few words from you. It's been, I think, a long time coming. We expected you to be like a national champion for a while. So, how does it feel to like finally achieve your goal?
I would like to thank everyone, and I am so proud and happy that first for the title, second is the game growing in the state, and it's always pleasure to play good players such as the finalists there and the semi-final. You get to have the competition, feeling, and you get to learn from them. Yeah, thank you, Stephen. Thank you, thank the commentators, everyone. I made it. Finally.
All right, your 2024 U.S. National Champion, Rinat Danka. Pan Am champion?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
All right.
Best.
Well done, Rinat.
Thank you.
Yeah, all good.
We have the prize here.
Okay.
Oh.
I didn't give it to
I don't need this. In the envelope.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. With respect to all the money, I think we're going to send over the money to you, via transfer. So over the next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Any closing words, Ajaya? To the audience?
Again, we look forward to all the players participating in the next year's championship, have a great time. I think it's the long weekend coming up, so have a great time, everyone. Thanks.
Yes. Enjoy that turkey, everyone. We're not sure exactly where next year's venue will be, but pay attention to snookerusa.com for all snooker information in this great country. Enjoy your turkey, and good night, everybody. Take care.